you tryna go be. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Keep playing.
Here we go. 4-8.
56 is the mic. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on.
Under. 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Check 26. There we go. Kill.
56 is the mic.
26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bears take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
And it's 3rd down.
Get up. 180.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
18.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Chicago.
Break.
Get up. 180.
54 miles.
Balaj. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You.
Now Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They'll run here with Balaj. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky completes it to Hardman.
Trubisky's pass complete to Nico Hardman. It's a gain of 13, but it's third down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They run it with Balaj. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, man. First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
There we go. 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 32-yard line.
6 right there, 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bears 3.
Here's Elliott. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, high 7.
Now it's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The ball comes out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Balaj. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
On third down, Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A first down carry by Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott on first down. Throw left side, complete. It's Johnston. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
47. Here we go, 46. Check 56. Rip left. Sponge.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
You got nothing. Kill, kill, kill.
154, 188.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Bryant has it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A gain of 12. First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
54, 56, 56.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Mike 56, Mike.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and that results in a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Come on, fellas.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's caught by Bryant. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Complete to number 81. A 14-yard pickup, but it's 3rd down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Slash. Alert, 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 alert.
Alert 3.
Red, up.
They'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
57, Mike 57.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Prescott into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's caught left side by Hardman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down.
Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Being chased out left. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now Trubisky. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
There we go. 46, right there. 56. 47. 56 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's go. 56 to Mike, boys.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Trubisky to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
56. Right here.
26. Hey, kill. 26.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Clinton Dix there for the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46, 46.
56, the Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. Echo. Mike, 56. Mike,
26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnston. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
56, Mike. Go. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. All day, just like that.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now Randy Bullock with an important field goal try here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
It's caught inside the 25 and all the way down to the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bears, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.